Kara had just stayed in the cave for 3 hours after coming out. She found that 3,000 years had passed in the outside world. At this time, the terrain had become barren outside. There seemed to be an unpleasant smell in the air, too. Kara took out her satellite phone, kept looking for signal. When looked up, she realized that humans now seemed to have lived in the atmosphere, thought no one on the ground would respond to her, seeing that the sandstorm was coming. Kara had to climb back into the cave. Her friend came quickly to help. But after heard Kara's description, they all expressed disbelief. They said Kara only went up for a few seconds, asking her if she was fooling them. Fortunately, Kara brought her camera with her. She took a video of the scene she just saw. The total duration of the recording was half an hour, but from their viewpoint, it only took Kara 2 seconds to record it. Only then did everyone realize that the flow of time in the cave was 8 million times slower than in the outside world. They saw the sun was flashing at first. Everyone thought it was due to clouds floating in the sky, but now they knew that this was sunrise and sunsets. Every flash of sunlight meant that a day has passed. Kara collapsed after hearing this. She blamed herself for taking everyone out on an adventure to find the Fountain of Youth. Jackie raised her head looking at the shining sun. Suddenly she realized that the Fountain of Youth was hidden in this cave, because once entered the cave, it was just like freezing one's own age, so the legend about the Fountain of Immortality was true. Because they stayed in the cave for too long, huge changes had taken place outside. Kara decided to climb out again to see what the world was like outside. Just when she was climbing hard, a mysterious beam of light shot down from the sky. Kara was about to touch the light beam. It actually unfolded itself into a ladder. Taylor realized that people from the future world were coming to save them. Kara climbed up the stairs in excitement, but at this moment, it seemed like someone came down from above. Kara had to step back. A futuristic human spaceman wearing a mask descended. He pressed the button in his hand to close the ladder. A caveman who had been hiding in the cave for a long time suddenly ran out. He was extremely hostile to the spaceman, kept attacking against him. However, the spaceman just took out an electronic chain, easily locked the caveman to the ground. The spaceman looked back at everyone. They were so frightened that they ran away. Fortunately, this spaceman moved more slowly. They managed to left him behind, but when they looked around, found several cavemen perching in the corner of the cave. It seemed that someone broke in here as early as the Stone Age. They just wanted to leave quietly, but the caveman still heard their movements. Taylor had to let the girls go first. He would fight with the cavemen. However, it was difficult for him to defeat the 3 cavemen. Taylor was knocked to the ground soon. When Kara returned again, Taylor was found dying. At this time, the spaceman came over. Then he walked to the water pool next to them. High-tech equipment was used to detect the ingredients inside. He walked to Kara and grabbed Taylor directly to the pool and threw him into it. Kara thought he wanted to drown Taylor, but after only 5 seconds, Taylor miraculously returned to normal. At this time, the cavemen turned back. They kept talking in a language they couldn't understand, as if to warn everyone not to steal their measures. Several cavemen attacked the spaceman. They worked together to pull off his mask. His body was not adapted to the Earth's air combat. Effectiveness was greatly reduced. It took all his strength to subdue the caveman. When Taylor passed in the mask, the spaceman said it was too late. He had taken in too much Earth air and would not survive much longer. He played a video for everyone. Video showed their family were looking for them through a TV station, but that was 3,000 years ago. Humans now lived on Mars. Only then did everyone realize that they would never be rescued. The atmosphere of despair enveloped the entire cave. Taylor thought of the retractable ladder from the spaceman. As long as they used it, they could still return to the ground. An hour has passed since the spaceman came in. Maybe the Earth now had new life. Suddenly, another group of cavemen ran out. They hurriedly walked to the entrance of the cave, released the retractable ladder from spacemen. They climbed up with all their strength. But when Kara climbed to the top, it was discovered that the entrance of the cave was covered by a sheet of water. Was there a great flood on the Earth now? Kara slowly brought her hand closer to the water. As a result, a monster's palm grabbed her. The next second, before she could react, she was forcibly pulled into the water. She tried her best to stick her head out. Taylor quickly caught her. A tug of war started with the monster. Unexpectedly, the caveman underneath was out of curiosity, pressed the button on the ladder. The ladder turned back into a pillar. In an instant, the 3 people fell directly from the above. But after Kara was caught by the monster put a breathing mask on her just when everyone was about to fall to the ground. Several chains suddenly flew out of the water, tied the 3 people tightly. They hadn't realized what was going on yet. Kara actually emerged from the water wearing a future suit and came back to save them. It turned out that Forar and the outside world, others in the cave, were almost motionless. This also gave her enough time to find rescue through the high-tech chains of the future world. Kara pulled her friends into the water one by one. Only a group of cavemen on the ground were left in confusion. Not only that, Kara also saved other people who unfortunately fell into the cave through the chain. When Furby woke up from the water, he found himself in space. He turned around and found two monsters with long fangs standing at the door. This time others in the cave arrived. They told Furby that this was a world of 60 million years. Those monsters were actually humans in the future world. They had evolved into water beings that could breathe in water. And the reason why Furby and the others were saved, it was because Kara brought back the mysterious fountain of youth and the cave through chains. In this way, they would achieve true immortality. There would be infinite enough life to explore the vast universe. So this is where this movie ends. So movie, Free Capes English, subscribe to the channel and like it.